in any case from now on. I don't have the recording, but as I understand, the Flutter, the LinkedIn here, like the last 56 minutes. I'm gonna have a look if I have the second one. Otherwise, I'm really sorry. It's also my first time streaming. So yeah, like you said, delete the bot file log. That's it for now. So and we're also gonna to the iOS, so the integrate code and bot install. Let's just hope this is the case with now we'll have a look why this is. Yeah. Looks like there is a problem with the inverters package. So, which is interesting because I don't know, 2 weeks ago or something it still worked. Maybe there was an update for the remote config. 2 weeks ago. I think I launched it 2 or 3 days ago. It's very interesting. But yeah, remote config is 10.19 and the other stuff here is 18. So 10.18, let's see it here, and yeah, maybe it doesn't work now because some things are 10.19. So we might need to do that, yeah. Okay, iOS dependency issues. Nice. That's the same. It looks like it's not only the so any 10.19 doesn't work. Is it only core? Looks. So let's downgrade remote config. So Firebase core was 13.1 and Firebase core. Okay, so let's spin it to this one and delete the file log again and integrate. Yeah, 19 hours ago. That's why it worked yesterday. I guess that's the issue here. Sorry for that. I'll try to fix it. I probably did. Remote config as well. So let's do this again, and so remote config. There's probably a change also yesterday. No, not even. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Thanks, Shag, for the comments. So let's try again. It seems like it's the core version. 22nd of December. Yeah. So let's just try it on the Android app, Android version after this one. Let's have a look at that launch and what did I say? So can we override the pod file something? Change this with level db. Okay, this could work. We can try this. We don't want only this, so no, it's not an option. So again, some error that doesn't work because of the Firebase dependency issues. Let's try again to one more time, and then I'm gonna leave it be 13.6 because 1 is 51 days ago. And seems like I'm on the wrong Flutter version. So, but I mean, you can. So, let's do yeah. So we wanna FAM Flutter run -d, and this is the 2919. So this is my Android device. Let's try if the physical device works. So well, very interesting that it worked yesterday on my other project. Maybe I'm gonna try that one afterwards, but yeah, let's have a quick look. So I'm gonna then share also my screen. So this is my physical device. Oops. Okay, didn't work again. Cloud BIOS though. I need to. Looks like a Flutter API issue, to be honest. Exactly. Okay. Let's try it with the original one. This is very interesting. So this is usually where I would take a break from development because I'm frustrated, like a quick break. So maybe we're gonna do that and pause the stream. Also, it's been 1.5 hours. I'm not really used to talking this much, and I'm sorry that it doesn't work for you guys, because yeah, really worked yesterday really well. So let's try again. Nope. Yeah, this is very interesting. So let's look what Flutter versions do we have. VM list is nvm install. Is this FVM releases? That's the one. So 3.18, 3.16.5. Okay, I'm on 3.16.2. November 30. I mean, let's just upgrade FVM install to the latest. Let's just do this. And also the FVM.5. So 18 is already in beta. It's cool. So almost done. And then we also gonna do a Flutter cache repair and restart the VS Code, and then it's gonna work. FVM, yeah. Cache repair, that's the one. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just on a quick toilet break. How do I also pause the audio here? So, hi, I'm back. So let's reload the window and hope for the best. So it's like I'm really frustrated with this because I tried out. I mean, we can do this next to each other. So Firebase, Android, where are we? So this is it's still running, you know, like it worked yesterday because when I prepared for this one. So let's just try again here. It really worked yesterday. So yeah. Yo. So what can we do in the meanwhile while we're waiting? So what I did now is update to the latest Flutter version, and this is also my fast Flutter template, just the main project, the template, and I'm trying to yeah, okay. So we have still a wrong dependency. Why is it 4.13.6? I really don't know. Yeah, Cloud Firestore. Let's see what this does. FM. What changes do we get? Bob's back. Yep. Okay, on iOS we still get the same. Today I get the problem that I didn't get yesterday on the Flutter template. This is bad. And on Cloud Firestore we don't have an update. So let's put def locked in by 0. Let's try again. So this is really really frustrating. I'm really sorry for this. So maybe I'm gonna postpone this a little bit, but because I don't want to hold you with some dependency issues. Let's try on Android again. Maybe I'm also gonna restart my computer. It's like, I mean, this is a dependency issue, and guess it looks better now. And it's really unfortunate that it changed yesterday. I guess I won't get it up and running now for Android, for iOS, but we can do that. So let's see. I'm gonna make this a bit smaller for a second. I don't know, it's like my computer is getting so slow as well with all these windows open and like the recording, which is very, very interesting. It looks better, the build. Okay, just let's go back to our plan. We said we wanna do some authentication, pull-up counter, Firebase setup, statistics, settings, in-app purchases, okay? So authentication is with Firebase, okay? Pull-up counter, this is something completely what we're gonna build from the ground up. This is built from scratch. So looks good, now it's working. So we are, yeah, on the pixel simulator, perfect. So this is my my Flutter template. Now I can probably revert this. Just gonna revert it. Discard changes, revert this, and also gonna revert this. And then we're gonna build it again, because I just want to show you also how you can remotely adjust things like with the remote config, but just gonna show you. So like I built this fast Flutter template with just really the basic things that we all need for app development. And one of these things is for me the onboarding. You know, every app kind of needs it, but I mean it's like it's difficult. Most users don't like it, but it's still very helpful to have an initial onboarding. And I made that super simple. So onboarding, let's have a look, and yeah, this is like the onboarding screen, and here we have like a new page view. So we have like 2 pages, and now we want to add a new one, and I don't know, like workout. Is there a workout? Yeah, I mean it doesn't really matter. And we can also put in title, best pull up app, go from 0 to 10 pull-ups in 1 day. And yeah, so, and then you have a new onboarding screen. That's like really all you need to do when you want to use this template. Here I have already the translations. I can go into this a little bit later if we want to have a look. Like we have it in German, and like for me because I'm native speaker in German, and also in English. And yeah, so this is just the onboarding. Let's just skip it or whatever we do. Okay, now the remote config doesn't. This is a mistake because I just edited it. So we're gonna restart. But we can restart the app if we can. My computer doesn't like me right now. I'm sorry, this is like really weird. I don't know what's happening. The Android simulator doesn't work. Emulator. So, well, working well today, huh? So we're gonna use the, why is it not here? I just installed it, didn't I? Insufficient storage, nice. Uninstall app. Still there. Oh my god. So now. So now we're here. Now we didn't see some onboarding because it was already the second time we started the onboarding. So now if we want to log in, we see I could just use a standard test. I don't know, test 1, 2, 3. Kind of a look like this one. Log in. Oops, something went wrong. Okay. So this is a generic error message because here we can see no app check provider installed. If you Google this, if you Google this, you will find out that the problem is here. The authentication for Android, for Firebase is not installed. I didn't put in a proper error message for this because this is not a use case that I think should be handled really. So that's why I just used a very generic error message like, oops, something went wrong here. So now we're gonna do email and password enable. We save that. And now we see the authentication for the pull-up app is enabled. And we're gonna log in. And there should be a different error message. Maybe I need to restart it, but we can try to register one. So we're gonna the register screen, test@test.com, and we do test 1, 2, 3, and we register. And we're in the app. So this is my Flutter template. Okay. Yes. This we can also see here an error. This is because yeah, we also see we don't have an email address. This is because we did not. It's also here in the setup. If you use it, we did not set up the Firebase functions. So oops. Because I also have a function running that. And like, let's have a look at the Firestore database. So in Firebase, the user authentication works 2 ways, or 1 way. We have the authentication. Okay. Like today, nothing is working. You can see I can not check anything here. Well, I guess we're just gonna use the default location. We start in test mode for the 30 days. So authentication is one thing. We can do that. We have a look because we created a new user. ctest@test.com, and we can also log out and log in again. But the problem is like here the email address, we don't have any email address, and that's because we don't have a Firestore document for the user. We can have a look here. This should look something like this, okay? The display name, but like something like this. But the problem is that we don't have. So I created a Firebase function. We have that also in the package here. So functions. Source user. So once the user is created, okay, the user is created, we create a document for the user with the whole user map, and yeah, this creates the whole user, but we haven't deployed the function yet. So that's why this user also doesn't have any, actually I didn't try it, like we can test. Does this create a new, or does this break it? Because it should break the app. Let's restart. Doesn't say. Yeah, that's good. The problem is we don't have a user in the Firestore database. So how are we gonna change that? How are we gonna change that? We're gonna start a function, like, yeah. The thing is with functions, Firebase changed that like, I don't know, 1-2 years ago. It used to be free as well, but you need to add your billing. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Let's say after 10 euros, we're gonna get a email, and that's it. Firebase made it really easy to spend money. So get started, set up functions, yes, continue, yes. Cool, so we're gonna do this now. Firebase init, and we want a Firestore, which we already have, and a function. And we use an existing project, and this is gonna be the pull-up app Firestore setup. Security rules. Sure, we do this. Indexes, yes, we need indexes for the Firestore, and we override an old one. We use TypeScript for cloud functions because we already have cloud functions. Sure, and override no. Let's have a look what the package JSON is. No, we're not gonna override it. And no, the linter not, the tsconfig not, and the index also not, because this is just, it points to the one. Yes. Git ignore, no. Yes, install dependencies. So we're doing this. And yeah, we have that installed. And then we do Firebase deploy. I hope this works now, because I'm not sure where the functions, because it didn't work earlier that I could choose the location, and they need to be on a certain location, but I'm gonna see if that works. Honestly, it's like actually super hard to speak so much. I'm in awe of teachers, to be honest. It's like crazy. It's like 2 hours now for me, and I'm already hoarse, both. Yeah. So it says failed, but we don't know why. This is not good. I honestly don't know why this is, to be honest. And so if we look, what does it say here? See instructions. Yeah, I did that, and Firebase init and Firebase deploy. That's what I did. Function folders released Firestore through creating node. I mean, I tried that like a few days back with the original. I'm gonna open it and see if I can see any fast. Second. So great. Look at the fast Flutter. And this one. So here we have that function somewhere. I mean, the length. Do we have a different node version? But doesn't look like we didn't override it. I just kept everything. And it's also, I mean, yeah, I'll just try it again. I'm gonna see what maybe the blaze didn't work yet. Maybe it takes some while to activate the Firebase billing. I really don't know what's the. So creating Node.js first gen, and we can also try it on on the other project if we have the same problem here. But Firebase, this is not very helpful. Like this error message, like seriously. So I mean, this looks pretty much the same on both sides here. Same size. I guess it looks better. It takes a while. I could switch to some other task for now. So that's the wrong one. Let's just leave that be for now, and have a look at the UI. First things of the UI. Yeah. So that's why I created this template. I mean, it's like 2 hours since like we completely started with this, and we have a Firebase project up and running. We don't have the function yet. It takes some while. I don't know. Usually it doesn't take that long. Oh, now there it is. See. Cool. Let's have a look at the function. I think it is deployed. Yes. It's log out. Delete the user that does that. Delete account. So let's try a new one. Joe, my name, joe@joe.com. And oops, we need to register, right? joe@joe.com. And this is gonna be test 1, 2, 3. Register. Great. And do we still have an error? Let's have a look. Firestore database, but we have a user. So we have a Firestore database object. If we look into the function and the usage, so we can also have a look at the log somewhere. Look at ulog. See, here in the user log, we can see that like the user map is here. The JSON payload. This is created here. And I mean, yeah, the log is not nice. I will update that as well. But we see the function automatically runs once the user updates, creates a new account. Like that's what the hook is. So if you look at the function again, we have here the of user on create. Okay, so this is the hook for the function, and it gives back a user record, and this user record has an ID, and then we create a new, like we use the Firebase collection, the users collection, which we see here then. We have a users collection where we create a new document with the user ID. This is the user ID, and we write the user ID, the email, the display name, already an empty array for FCM tokens, the photo URL, if there's a photo URL, and the created that. So that's our server time step. So that's automatically created for us by the Firebase functions. And now we also see when we start the app, we have the like we already asked the user if they want to get push notifications. Maybe would be better to have another screen where you ask them why you want them to send push notifications, but yeah, that's the hook is there. You can just create another dialogue or something before that. Let's just say I'm gonna allow that. And now we also see here in the settings we have an email address. That's what we wanted. And We can also update images. We don't have an image. That's a pity. Can this take? Can we do a image here? Cool. No, I don't want to search. What's happening? I just want. It doesn't work here, right? Nope. Google Lens. Oh, that's Google Lens. We don't have a camera on the simulator. It's unfortunate. No. But yeah, you can also, we don't have a name. We put this in save here, and this will be updated here in the Firestore. You can see it here. Yeah, and now we also have a FCM token in the Firestore because we allowed the user to create that app. Send push notifications. Yeah, so let's go back to our main features. I mean, we have the authentication, that's already done. Firebase setup is done. I mean, we have the settings, we have most in the settings. We have like an edit profile, you can change your name. I mean, kind of a look, edit profile screen. Yeah, this is the screen. If you use this, like, you can obviously here add for the default text field, like add another for the email, just to update the email, or any other field that you want, maybe first name and the last name. I just have a name field here, even just like a display name. We have a theme, we can choose a light theme if you want, and we also have a language selection, and rate my app, restore purchase. That's something you should only use if you have purchases. So we actually have the settings. We have dark theme, light theme, translations. Let's create that pull-up counter. So, I mean, we have here a meditation timer, start meditating. Let's go into the dashboard screen. So, let's start from the top. Meditation timer, that's something we don't want now. So I also have like a .hard-coded string extension here that I like to use, where just to find easily all the hard-coded strings that I use in the app. Later I can just go on hard-coded and look at all the hard-coded strings that I have in the app, because then, yeah, it's like easier than to find, it's like the easiest way for me to find Flutter, find strings, and if I don't put them into the translation file. Regarding translations, let's have a look. We have here the Intel file, the translation. For translations, I use the Intel Flutter Intel extension for VS Code. I'm gonna put this also in here. Translations. I used the Intel. It's really simple. You initialize the language that you want. You add your languages to your app. Where are we? Supported locales. That's where you add your supported locales. For me, it's now German and English. German and English, and yeah, that's basically it. The package you can see runs in Flutter Intel, so it runs in the background and up like meditation timer. Where was that meditation timer? Let's rename this. It's not great. It's like dashboard title and dashboard fab title. So pull up challenge. I don't know. Let's just name it pull up and start now. Dashboard fab title, dashboard title, and we gonna use that here. Dashboard fab, this is the action button, and here we also gonna use this. So yeah. So this is how the translation works. So you actually change something here, and it automatically built it in the background because the package is running. And so let's restart. And we can see here it's like a start now. It's not it, pull up body. So it doesn't work on the fly. Like with hot reload, you really need to restart. But that's like a small price, and I prefer to use that always, like even for small projects, just use Intel files, because it's so much more effort to later go through the files and do it properly. Yeah, so, and the next thing we want to do is we actually want to start now. So we have, I think it's let's actually look at the floating action button. So we have context with the meditation timer screen. Okay. Here concept about the context router navigate. The router is the auto route. Like here's an extension for the to use it at the build context, so we can just context router.navigate. How it works is we have a app router file, or like whatever you want to call it, with all the routes. Okay, like login, register, pro, all these routes. This is just all we do. We add this route, and on the login page, login screen, we add this add route page. And with this, the app router group is like the generated is generated in the background. So yeah, we don't have a meditation timer. Let's create a pull up counter. Okay, and we go to the meditation timer screen. Meditation timer screen, and just yeah, just delete this. It's like I don't want that. So, and return, I use, okay, pull up counter screen, and so duration, we don't need this, so we delete all of it. I mean, I'll show you how I usually do it with Riverbot. So I use Riverbot as state management, but I also use stateful, like stateless. So I use a package to have like snippet. I want a stateless consumer because I know I want a consumer. So I'll create a pull up counter screen, and we're gonna do add root page. We add that, and just so we show something, we create a pull-up counter, and then we go to the app router, and okay, this does not work because this does not exist. Even if we, okay, we could actually this. But we need a root, pull up counter, it's only the screen and not the root, so it's always a root that we want to import here, which is generated in the app router, but it can't work because we're not using build runner. It's like it started in a different terminal. Let's name this rename build runner, and build, so yes, so FVM Flutter, because we proxy everything through FVM, so we have the right Flutter version, and we create like the build runner, the watch. The watch just keeps watching it, like you run it once, and every time you save, it will create a new, like it regenerate only the things that have that are changed. So this will take now, I don't know, 30 seconds or something, and now we can see like we have a lot of errors and stuff. Okay, it succeeded, so we can put up pull up counter root dot page. So we have that now here, and on the dashboard screen there is no meditation timer screen anymore, and we don't want to navigate there anymore. So, but we want to pull up counter root. That's it, right? And we add a const, and we don't even have a duration picker, so because the duration picker was this one here, you know, for the meditation, but we're gonna remove this. We don't need this. So duration picker, all that we don't need, we're gonna delete. I'm a big fan of deleting code. Okay, so start now. We're gonna delete this and click on start now. Fail to navigate. Okay. This is because we need to restart. How to restart the app? Because the app roots are loaded at app start, and it's not known. Fail to navigate. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So we're gonna do a hot restart. Create the app again. Start now, and there we are. We are on the next screen. So navigation is a breeze, like super easy to set up. All we did is create a new auto route, like a new path, and for the on the pull I didn't rename it. Meditation timer screen. So don't do it like I do. See this here. It's like absolutely bad practice. Let's go into features, create a new folder and name it pull up, okay? And new folder, I name it views, and a new file, and we call it pull up screen start. And now we're gonna copy this in, and we delete this already. So now we have a pull-up screen. Okay, this won't work because we probably need to save it. And should we save all of it? Yeah, should be working again. We can navigate back here. I mean, we can with the newer Android version. If you, or like in Android, you can. But we wanna app bar, obviously. Just to have a theme. Okay. So yeah, so we have our pull-up counter here. Let's switch it to the dark mode again because I just like dark mode better. Okay, I'm gonna look at comments again. Not sure if anyone commented or not. It's like really. So the next day or something, I will use a different word. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna ask people. If anyone knows how to proper live stream something like this, what I'm doing, please let me know, because the built-in Flutter thing, LinkedIn thing is terrible. So yeah, let's go on the dashboard again and have a look. Cool. Probably have like a nice background, or I don't know, just something more in the theme of pull up, but I don't know. I like it, like it's easy, pull up counter. So what do we have here? Pull up counter. Okay, this is the start. It's really different. Okay, just lost one. Cool. For the pull up counter, I'm kind of imagining something like, wasn't it in that workout app, the last one on the right side, that there were like buttons, pull-ups, 50 pull-ups, nope, and pull-ups. Oh, actually, there was this one. I'm kind of thinking of something like pull up counter, and I don't know, we have a big number, like something like this. Let's make this black, and then we're gonna write 3 in it. 70, I don't know. So, and we gonna have 2 smaller buttons. Something like with like 20 and I don't know, something like that. It's black, and we do I don't know, a plus. So minus on the left side and plus on the right side, and then something like that with finish. So what do you think? Doesn't look too bad, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna build now. For anyone like who doesn't use GitHub Copilot yet, I really like it. Like, I think it's great. We can have a look at this one. I mean, comments. You can like do a lot of really cool stuff. Like well, we could just gonna use it for creating some UI. I need a screen for a pull-up counter, a big circle in the middle with the number of pull-ups in the center of it, and underneath 2 buttons in a row where you can add and subtract the number of pull-ups, and we want underneath a finish button. All right. So let's have a look what it does. I think I need a coffee break soon again. I don't use GitHub Copilot that much, like hear the Copilot chat that much. Sometimes it's nice, but I use it here all the time. Like what you see here in the like, you know, when you want return, and you can use this. This is just so great, you know. You can just accept one word or the whole tab, the whole thing. So right. I mean, it has a state. We're gonna make that differently, but I'll just copy the whole scaffold in it. And consumer widget, we're gonna change this to a hook consumer widget because I use hooks. Yeah, so use state the hooks. If you don't know hooks, look into Riverbot hooks. It's like a web concept. It's easy to just, it does set state in like, you can just use now counter.value ++ and instead of set state, and you save your time. Like you don't need the whole it's boilerplate. It's not that much. It's more useful with login. More useful with text editing controllers because it does the whole disposing for you. So you save some time here. It's like, it's helpful. You don't have to use it. I am also not against set state. I know a lot of developers are against set state, but I think set state is absolutely viable, but only for one screen and not for the whole state management solution. For that, I use Riverbot, where we're gonna be in a minute. So we're gonna use local state now, but we're gonna move that state into a Riverbot provider. Now we have an error because it didn't used to be a hook. So we just go back on the screen and start the screen again. And yeah, this is what the Copilot came up for us, you know. It's not too bad. So value notifier, so this does not work yet because we need to pull a value, but I mean put the plus subject first, but this looks pretty cool. We make this primary, so I use context for colors, color scheme the primary, and color scheme is one of my extensions here, text frame and color scheme. So I'm just gonna use yeah, and we can make this even bigger because I think it's great. Yeah, so let's give that some spacing. Gap, what the vertical space 62. Also these vertical spaces, this is like just some predefined spacing, just to make the whole app look more streamlined. So, and yeah, we can also make this style context stream headline medium. What's that? Yeah, maybe let's do this copy with color context one color scheme primary. So we copy this down here to this one, and we switch these two buttons, so elevator button and minus plus, and there is a gap, horizontal space like 24 or something, more, let's do 48. So this is not too great everything because we don't have any flexible, depending on the screen size, it will look very differently, but I think it's quite cool already. Yeah, we just have the pull-up counter, this one. We gotta use my primary button that I prepared. And here I think I only have a text. Right. And so it always looks and feels the same. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too like, I don't think it's great, but it's also not bad. So let's give some bedding and obviously we don't want to go below 0, so we will adjust that, but yeah. But it's not very flexible, like, you know, it's a column and it's not, so what if the screen is too small? I mean, it will never be, so I think we can actually leave it in this, but I still think we want to adjust this a bit. We want put the primary button at the bottom of the screen. So you can always just ask GitHub Copilot to do something for you. So it says to put it in the stack. Sure, we can do that. I mean, we can just did it put it? So move this, add a column, can just stack here, and then put it positioned at the bottom. So stack here, and that's our primary button. So does that look okay? I think it looks already better. Now we can even make this bigger, headline large. Okay. Display medium, does that work? Yeah. That looks good. It looks good. Cool. I think that's great. I think that's already a good good start, I would say. Think I'm gonna have a lunch break for a bit because I'm super hungry, to be honest. And like I'll have quick lunch, probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then we're gonna continue. Like we're gonna hook this up, and we're gonna use Riverboard for state management. So I'm just gonna put this a bit into what was done, because if someone joins for a lunch break, page lunch break, so the stream will continue around 14:20 UTC +1. And yeah, but let's have a look a bit back. I mean, we created the pull-up counter, super simple. I guess we're gonna think about, if you go back, there will be a model, like a dialogue that doesn't like ask you, are you sure about it? What's next is we're gonna hook this up with Riverbot. So we don't want the state in this screen. I don't want it. I don't want, when I press finish, that I actually go and pass on the state to the next screen. I will have one provider for the pull-up provider, and that will save the session, the whole session, and that will be shown on a finished screen, something like we saw here, right? Something like here, you know, something like this, and then we're gonna add these this session to some statistic, like to see like a history, and also like, yeah, you see a streak. Yeah, does that, I hope a short break works for everyone, or like has to. So let's see. So how do I do this? Can I move my I'm not sure. This is super. I'm not sure how I can zoom in. Here. This is how I made it, right? No. I'm really struggling with the software. Okay, like this. So, and I turn off my microphone. See you in a bit. If anyone still, like, again, I really appreciate you guys still 7-8 people joining. It's awesome. So like really happy. Also, if you have any questions, like personal questions, just let me know. I'll try to answer all your questions. Yeah. Thanks so much for giving me your time. Hello, hello. I'm back. So, let's have a look. So 5 people are still here. Great. Thank you for joining. Where are we? So this does it work? Let's create Flutter app. I'll just put a comment in there. Yeah. Cool. I can't even see when the comment was made. Like, seriously, LinkedIn. What's happening? I don't know. It's super annoying. Where is the live? LinkedIn video live. Is that? Yeah, I think the stream still works. Yeah, so we were at this Flutter app. Like the minus and the plus look way. It looks way smaller. Let's have a look. Display large. For the smaller. Large. It's probably okay. Now it's round. Doesn't look too good, but we can make some some UI adjustments later. This will do for now. Let's just clean up the problems quickly. I hate if I have problems there. So we have denied the Dart fix apply. Okay, no more problems here. That's good. I guess should have committed it before. It's not very clean, my work. I'll just do this now. Enable Firebase functions. Enable create pull-up counter screen. Yeah, sure, sounds good. That we can see changes. So yeah, I said like this screen, the pull-up counter, and the next thing is gonna be a finished screen like up here. Yeah, this is just gonna be something like that. Congrats, you did 10 pull-ups. So this is 80. Let's do this. Something like this. And I mean, I have I'll open the simulator again. I have something similar in my Easy Meditation app. I don't even know what I put there. How do you feel? Motivation. Let's see. Warm up. So here we have, let's go just copy a screenshot. Something like that. I guess we want a streak. A streak is cool. I like streaks. You see the total session, and yeah, average session. I guess we can just pretty much copy this, right? Like this design. I don't like this one anymore. The confetti is kind of cool. You can try to do that. Just add some confetti. Yeah. So first things first. Let's have a look. The meditation. We want to get rid of that. Session. I guess we can. We can use that in the pull-ups. So do we have that here? Where did I put it? Features, pull-up models. So it should be there. Okay, here. And a meditation timer provider. We're gonna remove that in the session provider. Okay, here we have some streak. Yeah, we're gonna have a look later at that, but just delete everything that we don't need. The models here and repository. Okay, this is for we need a session, and here we also need a session. Yeah, I mean, let's keep it simple. Statistics screen that already looks quite. We can also create it from new if you want. Session created format, but delete unnecessary files. So now we had a clean up a little bit. Good. We are at the pull-ups. Okay. With a model, like we have a session, so we wanna save the session obviously when we finish. So how are we gonna go about this? Let's have a look. We do just here session, and the session has pull up number of pull-ups, and we have a date, I guess. Do we need anything else? ID, because we want to save it somewhere and want to delete it later. Number of pull-ups, date, ID. Cool. Number of pull-ups can be, so let's save, and it's automatically it's automatically regenerated. So statistics screen, we can have a look later. I'll just fix that. The session provider in the meditation. I just delete this. Okay, now everything is kind of broken, and we could just use it. Yeah, it's okay. Let's go back. Sessions provider. Let's put it back. Restore file. Meditation features. So. Okay, we need meditation repository. Anyway, let's just comment everything out. Also the statistics screen, like sessions. Return container. I can show you what it looks like, but we can where is it? Where is my simulator? I'm blind. This is not here. Okay. Here we. I'm just gonna show what the statistics screen looks like that I made with the my template, that it comes like straight out of the box. Something's very wrong today. I'm telling you. I don't know. I'll show you once it's loaded. But let's just comment this out. Just delete this. Let's just delete this. Okay. Debug screen. We have a sessions provider. Yeah. We can just also do, this is just here in the settings. I have a debug menu just to easily debug stuff. In this case, delete documents for the Firebase. But yeah, so sessions provider, yeah, this is, it's really just a list of sessions, and then get max streak, get total sessions. It's really all there is. Yeah. Okay. So we have a set. Like, let's keep to this. We have a session. In the session, we change the number of pull-ups, date and the ID. Okay, so let's just do this. Keep it simple. Okay, the state of this session is still pull-up screen is still in here. So here's the state. But we said we don't want the state in the UI. Okay. So how are we gonna pull this state out? We're gonna go here in our feature pull up and create a new providers folder. So I said I'm using are we gonna use this session provider or thinking. So we have a session. We have a pull up counter, and then we also have a finish screen. Okay. That's on the finished screen. We just show the latest session. That's what happened. It's gonna happen there. Yeah, just gonna show the latest session, so we can have a pull-up counter provider. Let's just name it pull-up counter provider for this. So, okay, Riverpod. So with Riverpod, I don't know if anyone's familiar with Riverpod, reactive caching and data binding framework. Okay, I really like Riverpod. I never like, I don't know, I always used stacked with provider as state management framework, and like stacked is even more. But I kind of got into Riverpod recently, like 2 years ago now, and didn't really get into it in the beginning, but I like it now. I really do like it now a lot, and because it's pretty simple. It's like really it's very simple. We can see that now. So I mean, for a very super simple example, I'm just gonna show you. We can use here Riverpod. We use Riverpod class. Yeah, Riverpod class, and this is gonna be pull up counter provider. So, and this returns, either we can do a session, or like first, very simple example, we just return an int. So we need to add Riverpod, we need to add the part, and this is it. Okay. Now we have a pull-up counter provider, and in the pull-up screen, in the consumer widget, we can final counter ref watch pull-up counter provider. So, and here as well. Does that work? What does it say here? Final. Do this. Oh, this won't work. Yeah. Minus doesn't work. We need to do ref dot read pull up counter provider notifier, and can we wait? Yeah, and we need a increment and decrement. Increment and decrement. So GitHub, or like the Copilot, already knows that, which is nice. And increment. So now we don't have any state in the UI anymore. And let's have a look. Does it still work? Yes. So now we can also make some adjustments. In the decrement, we can say if state is if state is 0, return else. So if this, and now it can go further down, which is now already improvement for this. So I think this is cool. Yeah. So this is how Riverbot basically works. I mean, how it works behind the scenes is a bit more difficult, obviously. But this is how you use it. That's how you use Riverbot. Like really annotate it with Riverbot. Like it's the provider is created in the behind the scenes, and like the state is this, the return value of the build, and but it could also be a complex value. So I also think here in the session I personally want a start date and an end date, because later we can have a bit more statistics. We can actually then say how long is your average session. I would probably even later add, because I personally use that in some workout apps, put a break button. So between sets, you know, how many breaks did you take? Like, you know it from a Google stopwatch or something, or like Apple stopwatch, where you just have a lap. So so I'm just gonna check the comments. Is this? No, this is the wrong one. Please zoom your code a bit. Okay, sorry. I know it's a bit difficult to see because of my widescreen. A few minutes ago. I hope you can see it now. Hendra, you said that if you great if you could let me know if you see it now. Hope you can see it. I don't know how to really. I don't know if you can zoom in. You guys can zoom in somehow. It's like, unfortunately, I'll make it a bit bigger, but yeah, I don't want to cut off anything. Just checking comments. So sorry. Thanks, Thomas, for the support. Just saw your comment. Yeah, let's continue. So I want to start at an end date. Maybe we'll have a list of like what do you call it, rests or something, but I even won't put that in there now, but that's something I would personally use. I wanted to use that in a counter recently. So let's also change this. Okay, let's do start date and end date. So, and okay, statistic screen start. And if we want to use this now here, because I mean, I want a session to be used here. We can return a session with a start date. That time now. Okay. Should we make that? That's not the question. If we make that required or not. Kind of needs an end date, but we need to override it. Let's keep it for now. End date, we have an ID. Are we gonna, the ID is gonna come from ref read Firebase. Do we have a Firebase? Is this get ID? No. Firebase repository. Doc ID, this one. Okay, we have that. Firebase. Am I? And only doc ID. So doc ID provider, and we get a new random doc ID from Firebase. So this is it's just like this gonna create a new ID. We're gonna use this because we're gonna save it later. In the number of pull-ups is 0. Cool. Now if you save it, it's regenerated. And obviously this doesn't work, so we can make state is equal state copy with, and we're gonna put the number of pull-ups is state number of pull-ups plus 1, and here the same minus 1, and this is state number of pull-ups. And yeah, this does not work yet because again we're on the screen and we changed the whole. Let's just change this debug uncaught exceptions. Okay, just when I was done. So start now. Auto dispose. What do we have? Pull up counter provider. Do we have an error here? Pull up count. Pull up screen. Yeah, this does not work. Counter dot yeah, but we need the number of pull-ups, and let's restart this. Okay, and we have that again. And just to see that this works, we can also put we can put a same, or like we'll put it underneath the center, the container. Let's make this then a little bit nicer. It's already like a bit messy. It's like only 90 lines. We can put a vertical space 20 and then a text, and we're gonna put a counter dot start date dot format. Format is just one of my datetime extensions. Local time, and we see here the start date. It's like 1 minute later, and this is the start date of the session. Yeah, so we just created a pull-up counter provider with a whole session. Maybe we should call it session provider, but we can rename that. We can make it nicer. Which is always like one of my things that I like to say. Just make it work first, and yeah. Hendra asks, are you using a Riverbot much? Yes, I reuse exclusively Riverbot for my state management. So I really like it. I will show you also how to set up testing. How we're gonna see how that works, and yeah, I exclusively use Riverbot because also does the whole dependency injection. So okay, now we have a pull-up counter where we can just add more stuff, and we can go below 0, and we added the start date. Now we want to do stuff when we finish. First of all, we want to show it like we want to have a finish screen. You know, we have a pull-up counter screen here on the left side. We can see that, and we want to go to the finish screen. So let's do that first. Fuse. New file. I'll just name it finish screen.dart. Okay. Something like here. We said well done. All of this. Okay. So stateless consumer, because consumer is from Riverbot. Stateless consumer. I'll make it a bit bigger again. This is gonna be the finished screen, and we're gonna import the Riverbot and also material. And we're gonna add a root page because we want to root to this, so we're gonna import auto root. And here we're gonna I don't know, show something like this. What we said before, we're gonna app router. We want to show the finish screen. Just copy this, name this finish, and finish root page. Okay. So what we need to do now is to go back to the pull-up counters pull-up screen. So this is pull-up counter screen. This is pull-up screen. I don't like this. Pull-up counter screen. Sorry, yes. So pull-up counter screen, and here we have finish somewhere. So this is also hard coded. At this still. What's happened? What is happening? Okay, I don't know. Primary button, we're gonna context.navigate, context.router.navigate, and this is gonna be the finish root. And yeah, so all right. Let's restart because we said that's exactly how we're right. So the auto root needs to be start now, say 2, 3, and we are on the finish screen. Okay. In this case, we don't want to go navigate back here, so we're gonna replace this. Okay. Start now. 1, 2, 3, and say finish. And once we go back, we're done. 1, 2, 3, finish. Now we're here. Cool. Finish screen. So we said we want something like this. Okay. Let's yeah, finish. here we're gonna create a list view, children. Alright, and we need another this list. We need that cap, and we're gonna build. We have a card with a child with a deck with a column, and we say well done. We make this headline large, and we have a vertical space and text. You just did okay. So we just did 10 pull-ups, but we don't know, like, okay, what's that underneath? No idea where that comes from. This background. Interesting. Is that the elevator button? Yeah. I don't want a button. Remove this widget. So start now. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Well done. You just did 10 pull-ups. Cool. And we're gonna add a padding. Looks a bit better. Same for here. Some padding, maybe 16 inside. Right. Headline small. So, and I mean, we didn't do 10. We did like 3, I think. Let's try it again. So start 1, 2, 3. We did 3 pull-ups, and they're still not there. So like we need to show a value of pull-ups instead of that hard-coded value. So looking at the comment again, not mocking, actually directly copied what he did when he showed a podcast with Greg. I don't know what you mean with that, Hendra, but yeah, you can also message me directly if you want. But like, I'm really sorry, the LinkedIn stream is like terrible. So 1 second, I'll have a quick look at where was that? Oh, that was before 10.
Ja, herzlich willkommen.
So yes, okay, the live stream, I don't know, doesn't work. I can't properly look at the comments. Really sorry for that. It's really terrible, the website, like what LinkedIn does there. So well done, we did just 10 pull-ups. What we wanted is to get here the counter to the finish page. Okay, so we're gonna use the same session. So final session, or yeah, session is ref.watch pull-up counter provider. Okay, so we have that session here, and now we can use the session session dot start date, counter. So number of pull-ups. So here, and we see here you just did 0 pull-ups. So let's go back. Start now. 1, 2, 3. Finish. You just did 4 pull-ups. Yeah, that's how easy Riverbot is. So Riverbot just like, we don't have to pass any arguments into the new screen, which also would be super simple. We can absolutely do that, but I really try to separate UI and state. So we could use simple set state, but that's not what I want to do. Yeah, so we did just 4 pull-ups. That's great. If we look at the screen, we wanna put there. Where are we? Finish screen. So we finish screen. We definitely wanna put there just view like a discard button. Do you have a secondary button? Discard session, and on pressed we do something super cool. I don't know yet, but so here we have a discard session button. That's just a simple text button, and we also wanna just have a primary button where it just says finish, and we do whatever we need to do if we want to save it. Right, and I guess we not gonna let them have a back button. I just don't want an app bar here. And then we still need to do something for the what do they have here? Congratulations, yeah, something like that. Finish button, and yeah, the finish button is gonna save. So show the latest session, and we're gonna save. I guess we're gonna save that straight away into. So what I'm thinking is now, because we wanna show the progress already, you know, like the statistics. So that means we kind of need to save them straight away. Yeah. Maybe we're gonna remove the finish button again. We're gonna do a detour now, and save things into Firebase. So here, what we said here, save sessions in Firebase. Pull-up counter is pretty much done, I think. So yeah, it's done. Okay, I mean it's done here. Pull-up counter is pretty much done. Right now we don't do anything here. And we want to save a session in Firebase. It's not done yet. Okay, how do we do that? What we're gonna do is create a repository. Pull up repository, right? And the repository is gonna let us. So someone again commented in the post. I can see it. It's so crazy. Some YouTube comment. I don't know what's. Sorry, I can like I see your post, but that's crazy. LinkedIn doesn't let me in. We see. Really sorry. I really want to answer your comments. But I just can't. Yeah, so let's have a look at how we're gonna save the Firebase. We actually gonna save the whole session. So this session into Firebase. That's how we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. For this, my Flutter template already has like a Firebase repository, which takes a generic type here, and has add, get document, delete document, stream documents, things like that. Okay. And we can have a look. Do we already? Yeah, the user repository. We'll use that. It's like quite simple to add here a new pull-up counter repository, like pull-up session. That's what we're gonna name it. So how is this done? Repository. So new file. Pull up session. Pull up session repository dot, and this is a class pull up session repository implements Firebase repository. So yeah, I can, like, I'm seeing that I'm getting like comments on the post, but I just can't look at them. It's just really annoying. Really sorry for that. Let's see. Comments here. Do I see them somewhere? Nope. Yeah, it's like really weirdly sorted. Sorry for that. Okay. Pull up session repository. So here we have missing implementations. Extends, right. So this is it. Extends, and we can sort of look at the user repository. The collection Firestore from Firestore. That's what we want. We also want a ref, right? Yeah. So because we use Riverbot as dependency injection, we can just use a standard Riverbot provider, and this will return a pull-up session repository, and it's named also pull up session repository, which will add a provider at the end. So, and this will add a ref, and here we have a ref. We'll change this to pull-up session. And here we also need to add the BART file. This is just oops. This is just the Riverbot syntax. there's something wrong. Pull up session repository. And let's see if the build runner still runs. Yeah. So I mean, it's included. Pull up session repository. So what am I not seeing? Still need the part. I think it's because this is session and this needs a session as a generic type, and this then we'll have the session and here. So I created like a very generic Firebase repository like this, where that's the wrong one. Where I created so you can easily use just like with these the add, get document, delete document, stream document. For Firebase, that's always the same. So why does it not? Does this now? Stop it. Create a new. So basically, we can save now a session. So, for example, if we click on finish now, finish screen, we go ref.read pull up session repository. No. Done it. Sorry. Sorry. No, we need this. Like, why am I? We need this. Okay. Now we can also change the type to a proper type. That's good. And we can here pull up session repository provider like this. So this will just get out the pull up session, and we can add. You can really just click add here for the session. And in this case, we can save the session, and we have the session.id. So, and we will go back to the pull up session repository. So here the collection is gonna be users, but also with a doc ID, which is ref.read user ID provider. So we have a user ID provider, and here we can have a new collection, and in this collection we're gonna have sessions. Okay, so this will mean in our Firestore database, inside the user, so the user's collection is this one, inside the user ID provider. So if we look at the user provider, we have a user ID provider, which will give us back the UID, which brings us here. And in this document, we will have a new collection. And let's have a look if that works. Let's just press finish. finish screen, see what the debug says. Maybe save this. And also, let's reload this. Yeah, we have a session and with a new document, and here we have a start date, an end date, and the number of pull-ups. And if we go back, yeah, we need to, either way, for both, we need context dot root dot, I can just pop back, and secondary button as well for now. Discord session, and we're back. And we're back at the Discord button. Yeah, let's try again. Start now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish, and we can finish, and we should see a new session here instantly. So the end date still doesn't work. Could change that now here, the session. So once you press on copy with end date is date time now, and then this works as well. Let's do 5 and finish. So we should have, we see different. So 3 seconds, it took 3 seconds, and date started this differently. Yeah. So we actually save sessions in Firebase within like 10 minutes or something, which is pretty cool. I think that this works super quickly. So what do we have? The stream is for 3 hours 46. Let's push this for now. Okay, this new meditation timer provider. We're gonna delete this as well. Add finish screen. Okay. So, but I guess what I want to do next is I will try to, let's have a look at the app actually on Chrome, if it works for the web. So I'll need to make my screen a bit smaller for a second, because to choose Chrome and just see if it works for Chrome, because what I want to do next is create like automatically deploy a web version on every new Git commit, so like stakeholders or you guys now can actually see the app in, like, actually try out the app and see if it's working or not. So let's see. Let's see. I don't even know. Did we use Joe at joe.com? And I think it's always test 3. Log in. Cool. No, don't want to see notifications. Okay, it's not optimized for web. I never did that. But we can switch to a mobile view. So, cool. Start now, 1, 2, 3, and finish. Finish, let's have a look. Do we have 2? Did we do 4 or 3 earlier? Start date was 14/18. Yeah, I think that's the one. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and we finish, and we got a new one. Yeah, also works well for the web. So let's deploy that for automatically for Git. So I actually have a few deployments in here. So all we need to do is add this repo token and the GitHub token. So for these tokens, we can actually, I'm not going to do this on camera, but share the tokens with you. But what we need here is Firebase service account. 1 second. So we actually want to do cd pull up and Firebase init. So we want a hosting. Oh, I need to use the spacebar. Yeah, but we want to use the hosting, and well, so in this case, for web, I'm always never know it by heart. Flutter build web. Let's just quickly try this. We need to set the web build web. Is it this one? We need to set the correct public directory for it, and this is gonna be build web, if I'm not mistaken. So build web. So I'm gonna screenshot that for you. Yes, we want that. Yes, so I think it's gonna put out some access codes now. Just gonna put it on the second screen. So yeah, then you're like asked to verify your GitHub login, because you're gonna get an access token, and yeah, service account. So if you go now on the pull-up app and go into settings and into secret, let me make this bigger as well, into secrets and variables here in actions. Okay, see this, they automatically added the Firebase service account pull-up app. So I'm just gonna copy this here and also adjust this in my here, because the secret was already added. No, and yeah. So now we still, did they also already add my GitHub token? I'm gonna quickly check. Yeah, and we want to add a new repository secret. You need a GitHub token. Again, I'm gonna quickly switch the screen. So add secrets. No. Okay, secret. I'm not allowed to start it with GitHub. Okay, that's new. I'll just leave it for now for token. It's something they changed recently again. Copy. And add secret. So cool. So we have two tokens. This is web deploy on push, and I guess let's just project ID. We need to add this. Project ID is in this case project settings, like here. There, you'll find that in your project. Save this. Firebase hosting. Oh, it's actually, maybe it's the GitHub token. Maybe I just leave it at the GitHub token. I'm not sure right now. We're just gonna delete all the other ones for now. GitHub token, and yeah, let's add Firebase hosting and also remove workflows. I mean, most of them would have only been on release, but we just, I mean, yeah, we can remove them. We can leave them. Good. And now we're gonna push. We're going to push, and we're gonna have a look at the actions. Yeah, we should see something now. Not sure if it's gonna work or not. Let's have a look at the hosting in Firebase. Get started. Should actually already be, I mean, yeah, we did this. There's nothing yet, and there's also nothing yet. But we can also manually Firebase deploy. We can try this manually. See, I mean, it's doing Firestores function and hosting. Firebase deploy only hosting, so it works faster. This one, I guess. And here it's gonna use build web, and we can have a look now. Hosting URL. Let's see if the app is live. It is. So I'm gonna post this also now in the comments. Where are we? The live event. Here. I hope you can see it. I mean, I'm gonna see if you guys are gonna create a new app. But yeah, where is it? So no. Yeah. Yeah. I can just register if that works for you. Pull up app. I can't make that bigger. Pull up app. Web app. Register. So I'll also post that in the description of the event somehow. I'm really lost with LinkedIn. I'm telling you. Yeah. So I posted this also on the event page, the app. So look, did anyone already try? But either way, it's, and did the no, Firebase hosting did not work. No idea. So it built run Firebase extended. What do we have? What arrow channel ID is currently required? Okay. This seems like I'm missing something here, and it's maybe the project ID and channel ID is required. Okay, we're gonna add this. Update GitHub workflow. Let's just try. Seems like I don't need it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. But yeah, this should work now. That every push now, every push on main on anywhere will create its new web version, and there will always be the latest web project, which I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Good. Let's have a look back at the app. What did we do? What did we do? Why is it? Oh, it's okay. It's like there. So what I want next is to actually show the sessions in all of the recent sessions in my app. And so is my stream still working? I hate it. I think it's not working. Ja, wahrscheinlich. Ja, lower.